This is video from Gaza this morning as a funeral procession was held for a top Hamas leader killed in an Israeli strike last night. Israel says the strike targeted is Haddad, and he is believed to be one of the architects of the October 7th, 2023 attacks that triggered the war in Gaza. Hamas has confirmed the death, and Gaza emergency services say the strike left 7 people dead and dozens more injured. The news comes amid a fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. New this morning, President Trump announcing U.S. and Nigerian forces carried out an operation late last night, killing a top ISIS leader. The attack on an ISIS compound in northeastern Nigeria killed Abu-Bilal, and I'm trying to pronounce this right, so this new information coming in, al-Minuki, and the director of global operations for ISIS, as well as other senior ISIS leaders in a post on X. And Hegseth said in part, quote, he was the senior ISIS general directorate of provinces Emir and number 2 for ISIS around the world. He oversaw the planning of attacks related to hostage taking and managed financial operations. Al-Minuki was declared a specially designated global terrorist by Washington in 2023. President Donald Trump is back in the U.S. following a state visit to China, where he met with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The two sides talked trade, AI, and the war in Iran, everything but China's most pressing matter, the desire to bring Taiwan under China's control. President Xi pressed the U.S. on a $14 billion arms deal that has cleared Congress, but still awaits President Trump's signature.
We're going to see what happens.
What are you looking for?
I may do it, I may not do it.
We have to support Taiwan. Just like we have to support Ukraine. I don't think we should do anything to undermine Taiwan's defense posture. We should be bolstering it, not weakening it.
Taiwan is home to 90% of the world's most advanced semiconductors, key to the future of AI and a key interest of the United States. The U.S. and China are scheduled to meet again in September, when President Xi is expected at the White House. Boeing describes the U.S.-China talks as a success. The company says China has committed to buying 200 planes and expects more in the future. In a statement, Boeing said, quote, "We're very thankful to President Trump and the administration for making this milestone happen," end quote. President Trump is taking a softer stance on Cuba, hoping to ease tensions with the country, but the White House warns all options, including military action, are still on the table. On Thursday, the administration sent CIA Director John Ratcliffe to Havana to meet leaders there. This as the U.S. State Department offered $100 million in humanitarian aid. But the U.S. warns to not cross any of Trump's red lines. The White House says regime change is a top priority in the country.
It's a broken, non-functional economy, and it's impossible to change it. I wish it were different, but I believe, it's my personal opinion, you cannot change the economic trajectory of Cuba as long as the people who are in charge of it now are in charge of it.
Cuba's energy minister announced on Thursday that the country has exhausted its fuel reserves.
We have no trust to Americans. This is a fact, and this is the main obstacle in the way of any diplomatic effort. A tweet today is different from yesterday's tweet. Sometimes in one day we receive 2 different messages.
Iran's foreign minister says President Trump's social media activity is one of the problems in reaching a peace deal, but Iranian leadership agrees the nuclear issue is at the heart of failed negotiations. Iran says giving up its nuclear capabilities is not up for discussion. And this comes as tensions remain high over the Strait of Hormuz. An Indian flag ship was sunk off the coast of Oman on Wednesday there, and another vessel was seized off the UAE coast yesterday. The UAE announced it's building a second oil pipeline to bypass the Strait of Hormuz, but that's not going to be complete until next year. Gas prices did not go up yesterday for the first time in a while, according to AAA. The average here in Washington is $5.77 per gallon, which is up 2 cents from a week ago. Now in King County, average prices are $6.02, a lot more.